I'm working on. Welcome to Monday morning movement and mobility, or not Monday, just morning movement and mobility. It's not Monday today. And I'm Henry Beyer. I'm having a technical problem here with my Instagram. So let me see if I can get that straightened out. I wonder if I had it on the right thing. Live title. Let's do this again. Morning movement and mobility. Add title. Checking connection. Maybe my connection was bad. All right, there we go. We're on. Okay. Again, welcome to morning movement and mobility. Just so you know, here in front of me, straight ahead like this, is Facebook and YouTube live going. And over here, lower down, you are on Instagram live. So let me just adjust the height of this thing like that, and we'll get rolling here. So great to have you here. Replay viewers, nice to have you here too. Let's just begin with some easy joint mobility stuff. We're going to start with our hands like this, just opening and closing your hands just a few times, just to wake up those hands. Yeah. And then we're going to move through this part pretty quickly today. Going to go to wrists, like so. Palms together, and then go the opposite direction before palms together. And then separate your wrists so your hands are just connected with your fingers, and go counterclockwise, like so. And then go the opposite direction, clockwise, like that. Welcome, welcome. And then we're going to do shoulders and elbows all together here like this. So do this palms up, and then bring them in to your armpit, and then come around so that your palms are up again in this other position. So palms up to palms up like this. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Getting it warmed up a little bit. All right. That's good there. Shake that out, and we'll do a few shoulder rolls. A few shoulder rolls here. I'm wearing an actual watch cap today to be able to keep my hat on. It kept falling off yesterday because my hair was so puffy. Okay. Now go forward with the shoulder rolls here. Just warming up the shoulders. Nice and gentle. And then we're going to go backwards, opposite shoulder. So left, right, left, right, left, right. And then forward. Left, or left, right, left, right, left, right. Awesome. Shake that out and just do a few gentle arm swings here. Yeah, good. Okay. I was a little rushed this morning. My phone was not working, and because the battery died, and I wasn't sure it was going to start by the time I needed to get going. And then I had that little issue. So now let's just do some arm swings here. Arm swings like this. Nice and easy. Just let the weight of your arms create the momentum. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little double knee bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bounce. Okay. And then we're going to switch to this kind of rotating swinging here. Start gentle and easy, and then build up a little momentum as you go. And as you do, you want to start lifting your heel up. So when you swing to the right, lift your left heel. When you swing to the left, lift your right heel. And that will help protect your knee. Then you want to, someone was trying to call me. What is up with that at this hour? Then you want to also look straight ahead. So you don't want to be twisting your head with your shoulders. You want to be looking ahead. And do about 25 of these. And as I said, I don't know. I rarely ever count those. I just go for as long as I feel like it's been 25, but roughly 25 there. Now we do our other arm swing, in which we come up, we extend on our toes and extend our arms in front of us. So this is 1, 2, 3, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just practice it slowly. 1, 2, 3, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's like a basketball move, except you're not shooting up. You're shooting sort of out in front of you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. 1, 2. And you want to do about 25 of these too. So we'll speed it up a little bit. So you're just kind of nice and easy. Really get extension in those ankles, knees, and hips. Squeeze your glutes as you go up. I have my feet kind of narrow. You can spread them out for a little bit better balance too, if you want. That's probably good there. And then we go back to this arm swings. I'm learning these from a guy named Pavel Masick, and most of these are coming from Chinese traditions like Qigong. Some of them are coming from an Indian tradition. And so there are great names for these. So I'll look up the names and I'll give you the translated names for them. There's like, I don't know, I can't even remember the names, but they're good. You know, they have the dancing like a tree or something like that, right? Things like that. Okay, great. Now, a few side bends. The side bends are my own addition to this little series because they don't seem to be included in the group of exercises that I've been learning. But the spine goes that way too. What is it? It's is it moon pose when you do this in yoga? Like that. I think that's moon pose or crescent moon pose. So it's important to stretch your spine that way too. Got this weird lump there. Okay, so now we're going to do a breathing exercise. So this one, you have your feet fairly close together and just push your hips back and then bend all through your spine down. Breathe in as you do this. Through your nose, breathe in, and then Exhale through your mouth. In through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. In through your nose. Exhale. This is not a stretch as much as it is just a warming up movement. In this position, be sure you're squeezing your glutes to protect your lower back. And it'll allow you to move back. And then we're going to move on to sun salutation. But before we do that, just want you to stand here. You can have eyes open or eyes closed, and just let your body just sway just a little bit. This, I forget again the name of this one, but you just want enough tension to keep from falling over, but you let your body just imagine just like a tree swaying in the breeze. And this one is supposed to equal out sort of your yin and yang energies. Sometimes one might be higher than the other, and you just do this and just let it. The longer you do it, the more equal those energies will become. You're just letting your body do its thing. Your body has its own intelligence, and too much of the time we don't listen to what our body's telling us. And activities like this help us get better in tune with our body and what it needs, and letting it heal itself too. Okay, good. Now we're going to do our sun salutation. So we begin with reaching up. Breathe in here, and then exhale as you bend over, opposite of what we were doing before. Then step back with your right foot, raise your chest in this lunge-esque position, push back into what is known as downward dog, come through, and then lift your chest again. Inhale here, and then push back into downward dog. Exhale, always exhale in downward dog, or when you're bending at the waist, and always inhale as you're lifting your chest. There. So inhale, and then exhale as you bend at the waist. Now you're stepping back with your left foot into the lunge. You should feel a stretch, inner thigh in your hip here, on your hip flexor, on your leg that's in the back. Inhaling, exhaling here, coming through, inhaling. So follow along as best you can. If you get tired, just stop. Just nice, gentle, easy movement here. Just gonna move that a little bit there. So it's a little better. There's no rush in getting more range of motion. That will come with time. This is something you want to do every day. As you start to do it every day, your body will adapt to what you're asking it to do. It'll become stronger. Your flexibility and mobility will become greater. If you do this at different times of the day too, you'll notice in the afternoon, you'll actually have more range of motion than you have first thing in the morning. Push up with those hips. When you have time, you can go slower and you can really, once warmed up, push into each position to try to get a little bit more out of it. And if you're short on time, you can just flow more quickly through them. We are doing 12 reps of this. So if you are feeling, if you started at the beginning with me and you're feeling a little tired, that's okay. Just take a little break. Get a drink of water and come back and do a little more. The current goal, or the goal, is to do these exercises, this exercise, series of movements for a total reps that match your age. So I'm headed to 52 of these. And I'm only at 12. So it's going to take me, I don't know, 6 months or so to get to 52. Adding 6 a month. So I do the same amount for an entire month. That way, the body really has a chance to adapt to the new higher number of reps. So this is the last rep. Each side of the sun salutation is a rep. Yeah, great. All right. That was a sun salutation. That one definitely gets me warmed up quickly. So now we are going to do Hindu push-ups. So Hindu push-ups are, you sort of are doing sort of a slightly modified version of the Hindu push-ups during the sun salutation. We just do them again here as a more rhythmic movement. And so You're going to step back into downward dog here, like this, and then come up into this cobra-like position, but you're only on your hands and your toes, and then push back into downward dog, and then do it again. To make it easier, you can, from downward dog, come straight into a push-up and lower yourself, and then go into this position, and then push back into downward dog. So like that. Another one is from downward dog here. You can put your knees down, come down, push up like this, and then back into downward dog. We're going to be doing 12, but if you're new to this, just do 6 and then take a little break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And now from downward dog, I walk my feet forward as close as I can with straight legs to my hands, just to give a little stretch in my hamstrings and my lower back. I have to take off this sweatshirt. Those two really got me warmed up. So excuse me for a second. You can see my shaggy hair when I do that. Shaggy COVID hair. Have had one haircut. All right, awesome. Now, Hindu squats. And you can tell by the name that now we are in India. Some of the exercises that we're doing are coming from India with the Hindu squats. Though I don't know my history that well, or religious history. There are probably Hindus in China too, aren't there? So, but I think originating from India here. So with the Hindu squats, what we're going to do is you have 1, arms go back, 2, down into this squat position. Your feet are fairly close together. You're up on your toes. You want to keep your chest up here. You're not bending over in this squat. The goal is to keep your chest as upright as possible. Then you swing up into this position. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is the Hindu squat unassisted. If that one is difficult for you, you can grab a broomstick. I just have a piece of PVC pipe here that I use for other stuff, but a broom handle will be great. You can just hold it just about arms. You'll have to find the right location for you. Step down, you drop down into the Hindu squat. You have your chest up, and then you can use the pole to push you up. So you can just do this like this, right? Down, up, until you become strong enough to do them on your own, unassisted. You can use as much force pulling down on that to get up as you need. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're doing 24. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you're new to these, do 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. I always go to 25. So for the hinge squats, the goal is twice your age. So 104 for me. We're at 24. So I got a ways to go. So now the next thing we're doing is basically a thoracic bridge. So you're going to sit down like so, and your fingers are going to point away from you towards, in my case, they're pointing towards the back wall. And then my feet are flat on the ground. And then I lift my hips like this to sort of create a table. And I'm really squeezing my glute cheeks, my butt cheeks together, and pushing down with my heels, and then sitting down. Now for some, this might be a little tight on the arms. So what you can do is just sit in this position and just let it be a nice passive stretch. And you can scooch your butt out a little bit more to get even more of a stretch in there until you are able to come up and hold this position. So down, up. We do 12 of these, really squeezing your glutes together, nice and tight, getting as high as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, awesome. Great. Now we're going to do a few passive stretches today. And we're going to do the same ones we did yesterday. So we have we're going to do hip flexor stretch here like this. So this is, you're stretching the muscle that goes along the front of your hip. And so I'm on my right knee. You can put your hands in your lower back and just push forward into this. Because we sit so much during the day, this hip flexor stretch is really important for improving your posture and your comfort from sitting all day. It counteracts the sitting action from the day. You hold this for about 30 seconds. I don't know where I put my watch, but I got my phone there. And then switch legs and do the same thing. What you want to do is, now I'm on my left leg, and a lot of my weight is on that back knee, so the downward knee. So you want to, if that's uncomfortable, you want to have something to put your knee on to pad it, and then squeeze the same side, that left glute muscle that protects your lower back, but it also tells that hip flexor to relax a little bit. And you just move forward like this. Yeah, there you go. And you hold that for about 30 seconds. And now I'm going to do a hamstring stretch. And this one's different than the one we did yesterday, but this is basically like an exercise called a good morning. So essentially you're bending at the hips like this. And you can have your hands behind you, like your hands clasped together behind your back, and trying to keep your chest up. And you should feel a nice stretch here in the back of your leg. Just, your knees can be slightly bent. Actually, slightly bent is probably a little bit better. You get a little bit better of a stretch that way. Head up, just looking forward, just keeping your back as flat as you can and pushing your hips backwards. It's all about pushing the hips backwards. And you'll just feel this stretch here. And once you get to a position where it starts to like just be uncomfortable, just sit there and breathe. And every time you exhale, just maybe get a little bit more of a stretch there. Again, about 30 seconds is good. And then to stand up, bend your knees a little bit, and then brace your abs and stand up. And then the last one we're going to do is this, what's called a 90-90 stretch. So this is, if you've ever heard of the hurdler stretch, where you have your foot out, your leg out straight in front of you. This is like that, except your leg is bent. So the back leg is bent 90 degrees. You're like at the hips and the knees. And then you have your right hand. My left leg is forward on this one. Put my right hand on my left leg and just lean with my chest up. I'm not bending over. I'm leaning forward with chest up. So like there's a headlight on my chest and it's pointing forward. And just lean out over here. This will help with your glute muscle. The glute muscle is another muscle from sitting all day that needs attention. And this exercise, this stretch will help stretch it out. And the glute muscle and the hip flexor are called antagonist muscles. And they work together and so you need to stretch both of them so that they can work optimally. All right, let's switch legs. Now I'm going to have my right knee forward, left hand on right foot. My other hand is just out to the side. And one thing you want to be careful of is not to let your kind of shoulder come up and become an earring. You want to be pushing away from the ground with those hands, especially that, in this case, the right hand. And just lean out over that leg here. Yeah. All right. That was about 30 seconds. And there you go. That was morning movement and mobility for today. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks replay viewers for catching it later. And we'll see you next time. So most days during the week, I'm here doing this. So feel free to join anytime you have the time and get a nice morning recharge to start your day. It's a great way to start the day and feel awesome. So thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time. And now I have to come and click off here, but we want to say wave to the people who were on there. So bye, Instagram family. We'll see you next time. And here we are, Facebook and YouTube Live. Also, thank you all for being here, for catching the replay, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.